In this last video dealing with the cash flow worksheet, I want to talk about the credit card bill and how that's going to impact because again, we don't have control over that. We don't really know how much is that going to be each month. So when I'm figuring this in, what I want to do is I sort of want to calculate maybe worst case scenario. So when I go back to my vendor selections and go to my credit card, it gives me a range of my monthly bill. And so I said I'm going to go with the worst case scenario. So I'm going to put in 750. We may not have that much in our credit card. So again, it may be less than that, but you don't know. So I want to try to pay that off as much as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out. It's going to come due on the 15th. Again, probably one of the first bills we get. We have 9 days to pay that, so we got to plot this out. So what I did is I went back to my cash flow worksheet on the 24th, my 9 days after the 15th. I put in 750 there. Again, this is the only bill that I have that's going to be a variable. So we're going to have that again on the 24th and then again on the 24th. So like the last day of the sim, we're going to have to make sure we have that payment scheduled so we don't have to worry about that over Christmas. It's not something like you have to do. I mean, you can schedule that at any point in time. Once you do that, then you can go back and take a look and see, okay, what do you have in your checking account balance? Do you dip below, do you dip below a negative number there, dip below zero? So again, right now, as I look through here, I don't have anything in red or in parentheses. I know I'm good with this. I don't have all the facts yet, but this is what I'm anticipating. There could be some other things that come up along the way that's going to impact my budget. But again, a budget is something that you need to adjust as you go through life. And again, things change. But the purpose of this is to plan out, hey, look, so now I'm looking down through here. So I dipped the $435 there, 484. So at some point, I may want to increase my contribution rate in my 401k because again, it looks like I can maybe afford that based upon what I plotted out on everything. So that's a consideration. The other consideration that you want to go back and do is remember on this last Visa credit card that you have to pay. You could pay the minimum here for the game and allocate some of that money toward a higher contribution rate. So I'm not sure. You got to look to see like sort of where you get crunched. Now, a couple other things I want to talk about with this, and again, I'll explain how to pay the bills and how to use the bill pay system. So we get paid on Thursdays. Money's not going to be available to Friday. I don't know when on Friday that money is going to be available. So you're going to have to be careful about like when you have like a bill due on a date that you're paid and you're counting on that new money to come in. So for example, as I look down through here, I'm looking to see. So right here, I have on 12/24 or 12/4, I'm getting paid, but then I also have my auto loan of 369.44. I would want to probably take this and move that back up a day to pay, make sure it gets paid and make sure I've got enough money to do so. So I'm just going to do that because the problem is you don't want the payment to go out before the income, your paycheck comes in. And again, that's you're not going to know that till you start working with your own bank, and if that was the case that you're on. But again, that's going to be where we want to look at with this and make sure we are good with setting everything up. I'm skimming down through, and I don't see any other bills that I have scheduled for that day. Again, basically you're paying your bills for a 2-week time frame and you're checking your account balance over here, making sure it doesn't dip below zero. So right now we have $1,200 in the bank. So it looks like we got to take $824 out of that. Then we get paid, and then we have bills for the next 2 weeks that we've got to go back and pay, and then we get paid again. So this is going to be the strategy of the game. With the cash flow worksheet, we have to write everything out. So this is the deal. You have to do this. You have to plot everything out. So there's going to be 3 parts of this. You're going to plot out anticipated income, anticipated expenses. That's what we just did. You're going to have to indicate what you have pending, meaning that you've scheduled something to be paid. So we're going to format that in a different color, and I'll talk about that in another video. We're also going to go back and say, look, this is what's happened. Like these payments, this deposit has now cleared. It's showing up in my bank account activity. So that's going to be the past. So the cash flow worksheet right now is going to set up, and it's going to be right now, everything's going to be in the future. But as we progress through the game, we're going to record, okay, what's pending, and also we're going to then go back and say, look, that's cleared, that matches up. The reconciliation process with the cash flow worksheet is a lot different. We're simply just matching things up and indicating what we need for the comparing to the bank statement to the cash flow worksheet, then adjust as necessary. So if we missed a payment or if we have any fees, we have to record them and mark those as past history. So that's just a quick overview of what we want to do to finalize the cash flow worksheet. With this, again, I may consider, since I'm playing this, to bump up my contribution rate because I'm not getting into the negative numbers right now. But again, that could change. We got to plan for the unexpected. There's other things out there. There's a trophy that we need to, if we want to earn, to save money for the emergency fund. I think it's a $200, maybe a $500 fee. So if I'm planning for that, I've got to go back and check that out. So, that would be the next thing that we got to take a look at, and I'll explain that in my next video. All right, let me know if you have any questions about this, and this should, again, get us started for the cash flow worksheet. Then we can make some informed decisions from here.